Ah, yes, hi there. Don't worry, don't be alarmed. We're just finishing up the unfreezing process. Shouldn't take too long. I know it's going to be a little strange sensation, but don't worry, it's not going to be uncomfortable in any way. You're doing great. Okay. Very good. Okay. I'm not sure how aware you are of your current surroundings or indeed the sort of temporal space in which you're in. You were cryogenically frozen quite a few 100 years ago now. Let me have a look at it. It says here you are from the 21st century. So, well, you're going to have a lot to catch up on. I'm just going to check your eyes, okay? If you could try to stay still. Yes, that's normal. You should be weak for a little bit. Good. That's what we expect, roughly. Okay, very good. Oh, yes, it's current date is star date 36.7.25. I'm just kidding. Star Trek was a big thing back in your time, right? I'm a bit of a history buff when it comes to the 21st century. So, no, it's 4th of July, 2207. So, yes, it has been a while. It really has. Okay. Just check one more thing. So, where are you originally from? It doesn't say here. Oh, wow. That's underwater now, I'm afraid. Yes, there was some slight environmental changes to the planet while you were unconscious and suspended. Nothing too major. There was a catastrophic event in 2045, which meant that the oceans rose quite significantly. But don't worry about that. That's pretty much all sorted now, anyway. But no, not really. It's the temperature's fine. It hasn't warmed at all. I mean, it is unbearably hot sometimes, but only for 18 or 19 hours a day. The rest of the time it's fine. Right. I'm going to check your basic cognitive function, if you don't mind. You might be a little woozy, so take your time. Can you see me clearly? when were you born? And how old are you? Or at least how old do you think you are? Good. What's your favorite color? Okay. Just a slightly strange answer, but okay. How many fingers am I holding up? And now? Okay. And now? Okay, good. What is 21 divided by 3? Okay, good. Everything seems to be provisionally in order here then, in that case. And we're just going to take a quick scan of your mind. Shouldn't take too long. 2 reasons we're doing it for. First is to check for any damage, which there definitely is in terms of cell damage, but any other type of less superficial damage. And then we're also going to use it to build into one of our network tests a little later. So if you could just remain calm. All of these tests are incredibly relaxing. There's nothing to stress about. So I'm just going to initiate it now. It should be very pleasant. Okay. Very good. Good. Yes, there is always a lot of superficial cell damage. It is nothing to be concerned about. Most of the deep level mitochondrial or DNA damage is fixed while you're unconscious. But the superfluous damage is... Sorry, 2 seconds. What was I saying? Sorry. Oh yes, that damage is, has to be fixed while you're conscious. Again, it's very pleasant, so I wouldn't be too worried if I were you. So, did any of your... Let me see, did any of your family get frozen? There are very few details on here. Or is there anybody you would be looking for to get in contact with? Okay. Well, we have a full database connect anyway, so you can... it's the third part of your orientation. So you can do that very quickly. Someone will guide you through that. Nearly done. Nearly done. Well, that's perfect. Okay. No, everything's normal. Nothing to worry about. Let me see. I'm going to fix some of this cell damage now, okay? You'll find it's very pleasant, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. No, as I say, this is not serious in any way. If the cell damage was serious, we wouldn't woke you up. So I'm just going to scan through. Yes. Some here. Oh, you have a tattoo there. Do you want me to remove that? Okay. We have adaptive body markings now, which can change much more quickly. So if you like that sort of thing, it might be very interesting for you. Let's see how it goes. Oh yes, we certainly do. Well, not money, but we have credits now. They're mainly used for upgrades or luxury items. Yeah. Yes, just relax. So I'm looking good. I'm going to have to install some implants as well as part of the process. There are some technological, mainly cranial implants that you will require to be able to function normally within society. I mean, we'll do this a little later, but close now, yeah. Well, yeah, not quite. So what we have is, we have something called primary purpose allocation. Now what happens is, usually when you get to a certain age, you will go through a full deep scan and it will decide what your primary purpose is. Now since you have been frozen for such a long time, it will happen to you as part of this process itself. So think of it like 20th century conscription. So you're assigned a job that you're most suited for, and then you will be, sorry, I'm going to keep going, but you will be assigned that job and a particular task for 10 years. Well, no, people live a very long time now, so that's not as much as you think. And then after those 10 years, we have, you just look here, please. I'm just going to make some slight adjustments to your ocular function. No, not implants, just the musculature. And what was I saying? Oh yes, and after those 10 years, we are allowed to choose any occupation we want, or continue in the occupation that we have, or you can choose just not to work at all if you wish. Most of the things nowadays are sorted out by robots. They can do all of the lower tasks that are required to sustain human life. There are also a few androids, yes. Actually, sorry. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, as I say, it is quite pleasant. I have seen that movie, actually. That would go over most people's heads, but no, I would like to say we've had no Blade Runner style situations, but we have had one or two. I think we're good here now. Yes, I mean, it's very rare though. Think of it this way. For every human who goes full on Blade Runner, I guess, if you know what you call it, then one android does it. So just think of it as an extremely rare, extremely destructive, incredibly powerful occurrence. And they're usually taken care of very quickly, so I wouldn't worry about anything like that. I'm going to run a PP deep dive analysis on you now, okay? Not very long, it'll take it's case by case, we'll see. I think for you it'll take about a minute or so. Let me have a look. No, don't worry about that, as I say. It's a very rare, almost unstoppable process. What I always found a little bit strange about that movie is, sorry, just try to relax, concentrate. I don't want to distract you during this, okay? It is quite nice seeing. Just relax. Try to empty your mind of thoughts. Yes. Yes, we're in space. No, many of the scientific facilities are in space now. In low-level orbit, so. Just tying this up. Look now. Oh, this is going to assign your... Yes, this is the PP scan. This is going to assign your primary purpose. It's a little bit of a roll of the dice. What did you do while you were on Earth in the 21st century? Strange. Okay, so it's done. It says here that you are going to be assigned duties as a scout. That's pretty cool. It means you'll get to see a lot of the galaxy. Well, that is very cool. Okay. What does it say here? It's, you haven't been assigned a vessel yet, or a crew to be part of. So that will happen again, probably in your orientation. You'll be given a first contact for that. Oh no, it's mainly you'll be scouting things like paths, courses. Some of the largest ships. No, there's no such thing as that. Some of the largest ships, they can't change their trajectory so easily. So, they can't necessarily pick up everything on long-range scanners. Truth is, you might come across a little bit of space debris, you might come across some very, very small things, but typically a scout's job is a very easy job and a very fun job. You will find yourself, no, not really. It's not very dangerous at all. I mean, it's pretty much purely because of regulation now. The USS Titanic hit an ice meteor about 50 years ago now, and as a consequence, it's quite heavily regulated now, so the scouts are more of a validation, I guess, than anything else. Oh, I know so much about it because I want to be a scout. I've only got 3 years left of my PP, and then I'm going to apply for a scouting position, see if anything comes up, so you never know. We might meet again under those circumstances. Gosh, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Yeah. No, there's no such thing. Distance in space is huge. So it can take years to get from one side to the other. Yes. No, outer galactic exploration is pretty rough stuff indeed. Very rugged. No transport tubes. We do have flying cars though, but I don't think you'd recognize them based off the internal combustion style vehicles that you're used to. Okay. I'm going to activate Cortex stimulation now, okay? It's going to sound very similar. It's going to be as pleasant as before. No, it should feel very nice, don't worry. It's so we can get a measure for your cortical implants. Cortical implants, sorry. I will have to use some scanning, but they are imprinted directly using neuretic transference, so you don't have to worry about that. Good. No, they're absolutely tiny. Size of like a trefulent or something. Oh yeah, you wouldn't know what a trefulent is. Maybe like a quarter the size of a postage stamp. Very small postage stamp. Incredibly thin. You wouldn't even... They're actually quite awkward to work on and fix. It takes specialists to fix it because it's very minute surgery when you want to upgrade them. But they are highly reliable. That's because I have one. I have a little collection of 21st century memorabilia in my compartment, and I have a couple of steps. Could you just look here, please? I'm going to come a little closer. Lots of stuff, really. I mean, I guess the pride of my collection would be a non-replicated, fully authentic plastic bag. Yeah, that cost me a lot of credits. Not much plastic knocking around nowadays. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know. Okay, perfect. So we're going to just run through the actual installation of the implants themselves now. Almost everything is done by the scan. I'm just going to make sure that it's calibrated correctly throughout. Wait till you see what these things can do. Oh goodness gracious. I couldn't imagine not having them. And you're getting the full range as well. You're getting the full scout setup. So, yeah, full range. You can always get more. You can always have them installed. You can always have them installed. Some are for free, some would be luxury upgrades. Think of them like apps from your time. Yes, we do. Well, yes, I know we do have holodecks, but you mainly just see those things on the major space stations or capitals. Most of it's slightly almost as good, but there's a neural network link that it's an implant upgrade. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm gonna upgrade you actually now. We usually don't put it in, but promise me you won't use it for at least 2 weeks. You need to get used to the real world before you start playing around in the virtual world. Okay. Well, that's you done. All implants are done. All vitals look good. Yes, we've laid out some modern clothing towards the door. I'll let you get out and get yourself dressed and have a time just to compose yourself, and then if you can just exit across to the left, to the right door there, and there will begin your orientation, and they'll give you some of the skills that you will require to be able to function in this modern society. it was really nice meeting you, and yeah, I hope we meet again. Maybe as scouts. Okay, yeah. Don't worry. This is going to be an amazing adventure for you. You're going to love